In today's episode, we are starting our episode in the National Chicago History Museum, where gas is for less and their pool has a tailor shop. So without further ado, smash that like and subscribe if you're new around here, and we're going to finish today's episode in a Goodwill as promised. Let's get having it. Well, you know where I'm heading. We're going straight to the sports. Watched them the other day. Could you imagine finding these Converses in a charity shop? Gee, I bet they're worth a few bob. It's a shame that we've come off season with the basketball, because I would have loved to have watched Chicago Bulls play. Like old school American sort of like merchandise and sort of like marketing things were so cool, weren't they? How many hot dogs were sold? 1 million hot dogs in 2005. So this is pretty cool. I am standing where Michael Jordan would have been standing once upon a time. Maybe when he hit, 69 points in the highest scoring game.
Jordan sealed the win and reached a new career high.
Turn off the lights. That's 69 for Jordan.
Can you imagine me in that? This is like what they used to wear when they went swimming. Swimsuits back in 1932. That's crazy. You see what I mean when it comes to like marketing and like just the colour and like the authentic vintagey kind of look that American have. It's just so sick. We are now entering the Chase Gallery. What is going on here? What the hell are you? What is that? Now we're talking. The Playboy Club. Hugh Hefner. 1960. Like, all this stuff here is like worth money. If you ever find anything like this in the old Chaz's back in the UK, wowzers. And would you just look at what they used to wear? It is mad, isn't it, how they like have this stuff, like, like old Playboy Club straws and stuff like that, and just like old football boots and basketball trainers and all that stuff. Like, it's really interesting. Who remembers back in the day, right, 2005, when Juicy Fruits were amazing? You used to go in there with your freaking pocket money, or even go into school and spend your money on Juicy Fruits and fruit polos. Well, I did anyway. Mac and cheese anyone, or continental coffee, or Quaker Oats? Your choice. I mean, I could sell them a more vintage mousetrap than that. I think we all could, to be honest. To be fair, I've never heard of that game before. Lincoln Logs. That must be like an American one, surely, because I've never seen it. I've never heard of it. Made in the US of A. Like, isn't it just beautiful? So colourful and elegant and historic. Now look how cool that train is. Now that is some weird and wacky suit. I think it's what they used to wear when they were trading, but that is wacky and pretty mental too. So I don't know if you can see that, but this area here that's painted in red was the area that was burnt down in the 1800s, 1891 Chicago fire. That's mad. So if I'm right in saying they had the fire and then they had the Great Depression in America after the Chicago fire. Not saying it had anything to do with it, but can you imagine if your city's burning and then you've got the Great American Depression on top? It's crazy. So for the people that are watching, will animal poop burn? Now that's kind of scary. We're here. So when the Great Chicago fire happened, where I'm currently standing was on fire. We have now entered the history of fashion within Chicago. And as you can see, it's changed a lot. Basically, if you find Patrick Kelly, you know it's made in the 80s, because that label says. So basically, from a reselling point of view, you want to be trying to find Patrick Kelly in the charity shop. Look at this geezer with the 1987 dungarees. Another one to be added on the Bolo list is Willie Smith, 1980s, early 80s. He died at 39, but that is apparently his most iconic line, which looks something like that. To be fair, that's a beaut. So tonight's main event is Inter Miami FC versus Chicago Fire, and there's people parking up popping out a barbecue at the back of the truck. What the hell? SeatGeek Stadium, Chicago Fire versus Inter Miami FC. Just got a free Chicago Fire scarf. Let's go. Freaking hell, this feels so surreal. This is actually freaking amazing. And the weather is awesome. Let's enjoy the game. Right then, the first very wet Goodwill trip. So hopefully we can find some bargains to brighten up the day. But yeah, I'll take you with us, see what we can find. This has definitely been the worst rainy day of the holiday. So let's get inside. Oh, these have potential. Look at these beauts. Oh, I mean, they're pretty bold and they're some serious heel drag. Damn, that's a shame. But one of these caught my eyes. I think it was this, Johnson & Murphy. These are really good. They're like 35, 40 quid in England. Tasseled as well. And only $4.99. Woohoo! Off to a flyer. I think we'll also take these Air Max 2017s. $9.99. Should be an easy 30 quid back at home. Got a pair of Allen Edmonds, $20. What the? These should be like 80 to 100 pound back at home. They're in really nice sort of like derby loafer shoes. I mean, they have been worn, but I still think we should pick them up. Like, look at how many trainers there is. I think might have hit a jackpot. So I was just searching the clothes and then these popped up. Look at these. These are Adidas Sambas, but these are special. These are really quite rare. These are the Millenniums. They have seen better days on the laces, but these sell for like 60 quid on bids. So $15. We taking them bad boys home. Look at this. Nearly a trolley's worth of trainers. Just found these Brooks. These are Brooks 16s. They are $9.99 and they should be a comfortable 30 to 40 pound. So after fees and suitcase stuff, I think they should be, and they're nice and light as well, so they should be definitely coming back with us. Any Gordon Ramsay fans out there? Hell's Kitchen. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Damn good food. I actually quite like that. It's raw. I've lost the plot. This Goodwill has absolutely been freaking fire. We have probably found the coolest item of our trip so far. This is a 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tour. Yes, it does have a hole there, but Fruit of the Loom best tag. What a bag print. Single stitch, 1990, size medium. I think it's probably worth picking up for $5. So when it comes to just making sure that this is okay, single stitch t-shirts, always do the dry rot test. Pinch this top of the sleeve and pull, and it shouldn't rip. Which one that one doesn't, so that's coming home with us. Oh, I do wish I could take golf clubs back, but I think our suitcase is getting quite full. I mean, top flight. Oh, it's a junior, thank God for that. Jesus, what the? $2.99? Wowzers. Tell you what, I've said it again and again and again. It's an unreal experience watching American YouTubers go around Goodwills, and I'm finally doing it myself. It really is crazy. That's what she said. An official Office hoodie. I mean, we're not picking it up, but big up the Office. There's like tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of shirts, like ridiculous amount of shirts. And to be honest with you guys, I hate selling shirts. I will only pick up a unique type of shirt or a funky looking shirt. I won't be picking up anything that you can get a lot of. Oh boy, I've got these two whole aisles of stuff to look through now. Wish me luck. So far, so not so good, because I'm only picking out the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, and not any Nike stuff. I mean, it's not worth much, but I absolutely love that. That is freaking awesome. Imping ain't easy. And it's funny because I know some of you will probably say he's about the same size as me. We all love seeing that vintage Nike tag, but it's pretty washed out and pretty battered. So, I think, unfortunately, we're gonna have to say goodbye. We might have found something. RLX, Ralph Lauren Golf. This is, I've said this before, this is a really, really underrated golf brand. Got a slight embroidery there, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Nice big size, nice striped. This should be an easy 25-30 quid back at home, and it's only $6.99. So yeah, we'll take it with us. This is a cool little piece. This is like an official referee soccer federation shirt, but I don't think it'll sell too well over in the UK, but it's just a cool little piece. Yeah, the trolley is definitely filling up very nicely. Oh, we're coming to the end of the rail. Can we find any bangers on the end? And the answer is gonna be, there's so much chaps, Tommy Hilfiger and all that good stuff. And the last item is, oh well, that was an anticlimax. Just finished on a vest. Pretty boring, pretty naff really. Does anyone want any Madden games or some NCAA football? One of the ones in here, probably not. Madden, $5. No. Could you imagine packing all this? Imagine buying all this, right? And then you had to list it, sell it, and pack it. Not for me. This Goodwill is freaking massive, man. It's bigger than some of my supermarkets near me. It's crazy. Hey, up the Arsenal. I mean, bit of a dodgy badge, but Arsenal Football Club making an appearance here in the States with Mesut Ozil on the back. Cheeky little Clubs Fleer 91 set. Chicago Cubs baseball, $4.99. Now I'm a massive avid Chicago Cubs fan. This might have to be bought for personal collection. Trolley load of shoes and t-shirts. Going back to the UK. An overflowing Goodwill bag completed. And that, guys, is the end of the Goodwill trip.